Witam wszystkich z tej strony Tula, a my jesteśmy oczywiście w grze Sherlock Holmes w aferze z Abbey Grange. I tak, teraz nasz przyjaciel przyprowadzi nam myślę, że winnego. I dziś poznamy zakończenie sprawy.
Could you find a way to bring this Captain Crocker here to us?
Tak.
Here? Holmes, that could be dangerous.
No problem, Mr. Holmes.
Jakiś czas później.
Mr. Holmes, I was informed that you were looking for me, and I'd like to know why.
Yes, it is important that we talk. You will soon understand why.
Czy myśmy robili już jego portret? Chyba nie. Nie. To zrobimy sobie portret. Przejrzyste spojrzenie. Uczciwy i odważny. No nie wiem, czy to spojrzenie tak mówi o nim. Czy tu coś więcej mamy? Chyba nie. O. Solidna sylwetka. Tu nie ma nic. Na rękach też nic. O, tu coś jest. Tusz drukarski. O. Czyste buty. O. Nóż marynarski. No właśnie. To teraz zapytajmy o Lady.
Acquainted with Lady Mary Brackenstall, are you not?
Yes, I think I do remember her from when I was first officer, but I still don't see...
It seems your relationship went beyond that of mere passenger and first officer.
How dare you?
Indeed, how reckless a feeling is love, particularly if one is prepared to commit a murder in its name.
Explain yourself this instant.
You are aware that the murder made the headlines of the morning press. You read the newspaper report, but to your dismay, found it much fabricated. Once you learned that I wanted to see you, you came straight away. You needed to know what I had found.
You... and what do you know?
That evening, you were with Lady Brackenstall, despite the danger.
I'm not afraid, Mr. Holmes. Besides, all of this is just guesswork.
You would be right, if there was no evidence.
What then?
Związał ją pan.
Lady Brackenstall was tied to a chair on the night of the murder. And it was you who tied her up.
Ale w sumie jak to udowodnimy? Lina z węzłami żeglarskimi. Tak. Myślę, że tą linę weźmiemy.
Yes, as she was tied with a sailor's knot.
Ale to i tak nie świadczy, że to on, tak? Mógłby być jakiś marynarz, no właśnie.
That proves nothing, Mr. Holmes. I'm not the only sailor in London right now. Your theory is flawed anyway. On the night of the murder, I was aboard the Shark. I was supervising the repair of a porthole.
At night?
It was an emergency. There was a leak. You can ask the ship's carpenter. He can confirm.
I'm sure that he can.
Perfect. In that case, we have nothing more to talk about. Good evening, gentlemen.
Aha, i co teraz?
Holmes, what should we do now? Would you like to check his alibi?
No. There is no doubt that these men will testify in his favor, and there will be no way to check.
So, what then?
So, we must work with what we have. We have all the puzzle pieces.
Now I understand why you dissected the bell rope.
Dobra. Spójrzmy tutaj na wskazówki. No... Zbyt dużego wyboru nie mamy. Okej. Alibi kapitan, który był na pokładzie statku, nie obawiał się konfrontacji i był bardzo pewny siebie. Kłamie, go udział w tej sprawie jest jasny. Zjawił się, gdy tylko się dowiedział, że go szukam, co potwierdza jego winę. No weźmy to. O! Coś nam się połączyło. Zabójcą jest kapitan, proszę bardzo. No i już koniec, nieźle. No ta sprawa, powiem wam szczerze, że bardzo szybko się rozwiązała. I tak te dowody takie, powiem szczerze, średnie, no ale... Zabójcą jest kapitan. Sirius został zamordowany przez człowieka, który tamtej nocy odwiedził posiadłość. Wystąpiła okoliczność łagodząca. Mężczyzna bronił pani domu. No, w sumie ją kochał, tak? Morderca jest rosłym, zwinnym i wysoko postawionym marynarzem. No i teraz. Czy aresztujemy kapitana, czyli Joe Crocker to morderca. Postanawiasz doprowadzić przed oblicze sprawiedliwości również jego wspólniczkę, Lady. Albo darujemy winę. Czyli do morderstwa doszło w ramach obrony koniecznej. Jack Crocker bronił kobiety przed agresywnym alkoholikiem. Zagadka została rozwikłana, ale postanowisz zachować to w tajemnicy. Nie ma potrzeby powiadania policji. Ja myślę, że daruję winę znowu. Ja wiem, że jestem litościwa. No ale no... Tak naprawdę bronił jej przed tym alkoholikiem, tak jak tu jest napisane. Oczywiście to drugie rozwiązanie też sobie weźmiemy, ale najpierw bierzemy mój wybór, czyli darujemy winę. Tak.
Wiggins, could you ask Mr. Crocker to come here again, please?
Right away.
Why did you make me come here again, Mr. Holmes?
It is over. I know that it was you who killed Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
What?
I know, because of the height at which the rope was cut. The knife used was a sea knife. The knots were sailors' knots, and not least the sheer force that was put behind the killing blow. And because you are the only one who knows Lady Mary Brackenstall in London. And because you love her.
It's true.
It is time for you to tell us the whole truth.
I admit that I loved Mary madly from the first day that I met her. But I never did come to visit her, for I believed that she was in a happy household. When I talked to her maid, who told me everything, I was insane with rage. I was due to set sail for 6 months away. I wanted only to see her again. But it turned into a damnable nightmare when he barged in. He dared raise his hand to her. He was not even worthy of licking her boots. Oh, I regret nothing. I admit I killed the monster out of love for her. She will forgive me if she is able.
Lady Brackenstall already forgave you. She said nothing.
Mary.
But that makes her an accomplice as well as her maid. It places her in danger yet again.
Mr. Holmes.
You would not have managed to protect her.
Till I die, do you hear me? Here is a letter that sets everything clear, and it is the one that should be disclosed to the police. I am the only culprit. Mary had nothing to do with it. Now it is time to end this.
Co? Co jest czas skończyć? O lol. Chciał się zabić? Oh my god. Jak ja mam to zrobić? Fuck. Nie. Dobra, już teraz wiem. Dobra. Udało się.
Please forgive me, Captain Crocker. I wished only to test your sincerity, and your words and deeds have far exceeded my expectations.
No, to
See
fakt.
here, Captain Crocker. We'll do this in due form of law. You are the prisoner. Watson, you are a British jury. Captain Crocker, the evidence shows that you acted without premeditation and used reasonable force to protect an innocent victim from her husband's brutality. Your devotion pushed you to attempt to kill yourself in order to protect the one you love. Now, what say you, gentlemen of the jury?
Not guilty, my lord.
Aha.
Vox populi, vox dei. You are acquitted,
To jest
Captain
trochę
Crocker.
dziwne.
So long as the law does not find some other victim, you are safe from me.
Mr. Holmes.
It is a great responsibility that I take upon myself, but I will give Lestrade an excellent lead, and if he can't avail himself of it, I can do no more. Come back to your lady in a year, and may her future and yours justify us in the judgment which we have pronounced this night.
No, proszę.
Inspector, I'm afraid that the murderers have escaped us.
What? Do you mean to tell me that you failed? Never thought I'd live to see the day.
I mentioned the murderers, not the case. It is obvious that the crime was committed by 3 criminals who cannot be the Randalls.
You really think so?
You only need to find a gang of 3 thugs wandering around. I can trust you to do that.
If they exist, I'll catch them.
You'll find
Yes, that-
someone, I have no doubt of it. Goodbye, Inspector.
Dobra, czyli teraz... Dobra, czyli teraz wybieramy drugie zakończenie. Tak. I aresztujemy kapitana. Zobaczymy, jak to się skończy.
Wiggins, could you ask Mr. Crocker to come here again, please?
Right away.
Why did you make me come here again, Mr. Holmes?
It is over. I know that it was you who killed Sir Eustace Brackenstone.
What?
I know.
Dobra,
because
tam
of the
myślę, że
hiding.
przyspieszymy, bo już
And because
widzieliśmy.
you are the only...
It's true.
It is time for you to tell...
I admit that I was due to set... Oh,
Lady Brackenstone...
Mary.
But that makes her an...
Mr. Holmes.
You would not...
Till I die. Now it is...
Okej, czyli to jest to samo, widzimy już. Okej.
You should have let me die. How can I live if Mary suffers?
I am sorry, Captain Crocker, but there has been quite enough death in this case. Inspector, I give you Sir Eustace's killer. He tried his best to perform his own justice.
Well, I'm not surprised. Yes, it was me. I confess.
Here is a piece of evidence that can be used in court.
Perfect. A case that went smoothly for once.
Aha, no i to wszystko. Dobrze, kochani, także ja tutaj już sobie wrócę i zaakceptuję ten mój poprzedni wybór, bo ja go uniewinniłam, bo myślę, że nie było sensu go skazywać, bo w końcu zrobił to z miłości i chciał obronić swoją kobietę, tak? Także mój poprzedni wybór jest właśnie tamten. A my tutaj już się będziemy żegnać. Wiem, że odcinek jest krótszy, ale no, tak jak mówiłam, zawsze staram się pokazać 2 zakończenia, tak wiecie, z ciekawości. Myślę, że wy też jesteście ciekawi. I widzimy się już w kolejnej sprawie. Do usłyszenia. Pa, pa.